Okay, so next, for the continuation of torsion, so let's try to solve this problem number 2. So for this problem, we're going to solve this. We're going to design beam JK. The one-way slab system shown supports a total dead load of 8 kilopascal, including the self-weight, and the live load of 6 kilopascal. Design the beam JK at critical distance for shear and torsion, so meaning at the distance D. Using FC prime, diameter of stirrup, diameter of bar, and concrete cover, use approximate analysis. Okay, so you've heard this approximate analysis, no, from the design of beams. So we're going to use it again. And the design of the slab, diba, of one-way slab. Okay, the column is 500 by 500. Beam dimension is 300 by 500. Slab is 700 mm thick, and the unit weight of concrete is 24. I-design natin class yung beam JK. H-beam yan class. Ang H-beam nakaka-experience yan ng torsion. Bakit? Bakit yung H-beam lang? Okay, consider this beam. Let's look at the cross-sectional area of that beam. So as you can see here, pantay yung slab niya kasi kukunin mo yung effective overhang nito eh. Both side of the slab. At magiging pantay yan kasi parehas 3 meters to eh. Diba? Kung pantay lang yan class, kung may bibigay ito na moment, may bibigay yan na moment, cancel lang. Pantay sila eh. So walang torsion dito sa beam na to. Pantay, makancel lang yung moment kabilang side eh. Pero if you cut this section, okay, you have this not equal overhang. Walang hang sa kabila eh. So therefore, may mga loads dyan, distributed load, it will contribute torsional moment about the longitudinal axis of your beam. May torsion sa mga H-beam. Kaya dapat class, pag magde-design kayo, kapag sobrang taas ng torsion, may makikita kayo dyan na bakal doon sa gitna. Parang yan yung may tension bars ka, may compression bars. Pero dyan dapat dito. Okay? Mga H-beam natin. Okay, so bakal dapat dyan. Minimum of 1, no? Nag-isa, magkabilaan. Kasi distributed daw eh, no, on the entire length. Sabi ni Ko. Now, so how do we design it? So let's start with the calculation of the factored uniform load acting on beam JK. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a one-way slab, no? Bakit? One-way slab, 7 to 3. 7 over 3 is more than 2. Or we can fit 2 box here. So that is already two-way slab. So the load distribution will be half, no, of the slab papunta dito. And we have to solve the Q, the pressure load acting on the top of the slab. So the dead load given, kasama na dito yung weight ng slab. Okay. Given kasi the dead load of 8 kilopascal, including the self-weight of the slab. And then the live load. Okay, so may dead load tayo from the slab and live load. Okay, kasama na dito yung mga superimposed na dead load from the ceiling, from the finishes, kasama na lahat yung class. So 8 kilopascal, then I have 6 kilopascal for the live load. We just combine this by factoring it. Okay, let's combine the factor dead load and the live load. So the QU, 1.2 dead load plus 1.6 live load. Ayan, 19.2 kilopascal. Okay, next. Of course, we have to add the self-weight of the beam later. Okay. For the self-weight of the beam, so unit weight of the concrete times the area of the beam. Okay. So, actually, pwede mong i-minus dito yung thickness ng slab. Okay, 0.5. Okay, minus the thickness of the slab. Kasi the dead load of the slab already included here. And na-capture niya yung beam thickness. Okay, pwede may minus siya dyan. Pero, what I did here is, okay, for more conservative design, I add the thickness of the slab, okay, dito sa overall thickness of the beam, and just to increase our distributed load. Okay, so the self-weight of the beam, di pa siya included doon kasi pressure load to sa slab yan. Okay, so the answer is 3.6 kilonewton per meter. That is the uniformly distributed load of the beam. So what we're going to do is to compute the equivalent uniform load that will be transmitted papunta sa beam. So alam natin yan from the computation of gravity loads or dead load, live load. So you Q para makuha yung uniform load from the slab, that is just Q kalahati net. Since that is one-way slab, no? Q times S over L. So S over 2. Okay? Ayan. QU times S over 2. Okay? Due to the slab yan, slab dead load and live load, nag-add tayo class ng self-weight ng beam kasi may additional pa yan. Wala namang binanggit na wall dito. So hindi tayo nag-add ng wall. Wala naman na-mention kung may wall ba yan on top of that beam. So it should be added dead load pa, no? So bakit may 1.2 dito? Kasi factored to eh. Di ba dead load to? Eh, di ba ipa-factor natin yan para maging ultimate? So kaya may 1.2 tayo dyan, guys. Okay? Ito kasi naka-factored na yun. Factored na to. So nag-add na lang tayo ng additional weight of the beam. Okay, so answer natin, 19.2. Mali. Ba't wala tong 19.2 times S over 2, 3 over 2 plus 1.2 times 3.6. Nakulangan ng ano, no? Yung 3 over 2. So what is the answer? So 19.2 times 3 over 2 plus 1.2 times 2.6. So answer is 33.12. Ayun, tama naman. So far, tama naman yung answer ko dito. Okay, so dito ko lang nalagay yung S over 2. No? Dito. So, ayan. We now have the uniformly distributed load acting on this beam JK. Since we have to design this beam, so we have to check the shear force and then the torsion. Okay, de-design natin yung beam no in terms sa ano lang shear and torsion muna. Okay, sa shear and torsion lang. But of course, you also have to design this in terms of moment. So, solve the factored shear. Unfortunately, class, this is fixed kasi, di ba? This is monolithic with the column, fixed. So, fixed, tapos meron kang support dito. Okay, 7. Okay, this is an indeterminate beam. Okay, so in solving the reaction here, it is not just WL over 2, no? So, solve mo muna yung reaction dito, indeterminate yan. Solve mo yung reaction, that is the shear at the support. Pero hindi yan basta-basta WL over 2. Kaya sabi sa problem, use approximate. Meron din tayo class approximate analysis for shear. Meron sa moment, meron siya shear. Ito class yung sinasabi dyan ni Code. For the approximate analysis, okay, for the continuous beam and one-way slab, continuous beam naman to guys. Okay, so for the approximate shear, doon sa mga face, dalawa lang naman yung tatandaan yung value class. Okay, location and then the value of VU. Okay, that is VU, no? So for, okay, as you can see here, naka-W, medyo maliit, pero that is, okay, W, just open. So, yan natin. Ito. Okay, so as you can see here, for the approximate analysis for shear, for non-pre-stress continuous beams and one-way slab, for the exterior face of the first interior support, interior face, okay, first interior support ng exterior face, interior support pala. So, balik tayo dun sa figure natin, guys. Ito yung interior support natin. Ito yung exterior face. Exterior, kasi nakaharap sa exterior, di ba? So, ang value daw ng, okay, baliktad. In exterior face, dito dapat 1.15. Okay, dito yung 1.15. So dito yung 1.0. Kasi face of the other support. Exterior face of the first interior support. Exterior support kasi ito. So 1.15, ito 1.0. Kung marami kang span, basta yung first interior support, yun yung 1.15. Oh, maraming span. Ito yun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So you draw the shear diagram. Pag ganyan na may mga shear diagram yun, guys. Okay. First interior support. And then exterior face. Ito yun. 1.15. 1.15. You remember the coefficient ng method na ginagawa natin sa moment. Parang ganito rin yan. Then the other is 1.0. 1.0, 1.0, 1.0. Okay? So to calculate the factored shear, ganyan class yung approximate. Kung hindi tayo mag-structural analysis, na we just use approximate. 1.15 to guys. 1.15. And then, to calculate the VU, so, baliktad lang yan class, nabaliktad ko yung values. Okay. Dapat dito yung 1.0, 1.0, this is 1.15. Anyway, we also need here the LN. LN is the clear span of your beam. Okay, so given class, the dimension neto center to center of the column, pero kailangan kasi natin beam length, the clear span. That is your LN. And then WU for the formula. We now have the coefficient 1.15. So obviously, mas mataas naman yung 1.15 sa 1.0. So yun yung gagamitin natin class for the design of the spacing. So yung factored shear na gagamitin natin, mas mataas yung 1.15. Okay, for approximate analysis lang to class, so hindi sakto yung factored shear dito kasi approximate value lang yun. Okay, so yun. 6.5 ang length nito guys, no? Clear span ng beam. Bakit? Kasi ang dimension ng column is 500 by 500. From 7, bukasan mo ng kalahati 250, kalahati 250. Okay, we can now solve the factor shear at the face of the support, no? Sa face pa lang to guys. So, we use the 1.15 kasi mas mataas yung makuha natin doon versus the 1.0. Ang formula natin, 1.515 WU ln over 2. Hindi na kailangan i-average yung ln neto. Okay? Ina-average, remember no, na nag-average lang tayo ng ln for negative bending moment. Moment. Okay, so for the approximate analysis. So ito na substitute natin, 1.15 WU. Okay, ln 6.5 ito. Okay, 6.5 over 2. Let me just check the answer. Okay, so nalagay ko 6.5. So we have 1.15 LWU 33.12 times LN na 6.5 over 2. So the answer is 1.15. 123. Yan, so far tama naman. 0.786. That is the VU at the face. Pero di ba, at the critical distance ang kinukuha natin, at a distance D dapat siya class. Okay? At a distance D from the face of the support. Okay, kunin natin yung effective depth of the given beam. So this is the dimension of the beam. 300 by 500. Okay, 500 yung total depth. So the effective depth by D is equal to 500 minus concrete cover 40, I guess. Diameter of the stirrups 10. Okay. Hindi naman natin alam kung ilang layer ng bars. Let's assume na 1 layer. Okay, hindi given kung ilang layer, no? Let's assume 1 layer. So yan, ang effective depth natin. Gagamitin natin for the distance D. Kasi we have to solve the factor shear at the distance D. Okay, so, ayan, 440. So, we solve the VU at the distance D, no? So, we just subtract, no, from the shear diagram. You have 1, 2, 3 point. Or galing ka dito niya, no? So, babalik ka lang dito at the distance D. 1, 2, 3.786. You subtract the uniformly distributed load times the effective depth. So we use this technique from the calculation of factored shear, calculation of spacing before. So you're very familiar with this solution. Okay, so the VU at the critical distance is 109.213. So itabi muna natin to class. Ito gagamitin natin for the design of spacing due to the shear only. Pero kasi in reality, you have to combine the shear and torsion, no? Doon naman tayo sa torsion, guys. Okay, so imagine this, no? You cut this section. Ito kasi yung beam na yan. You cut this section. So ito yung makikita nyo, class. So ito yung beam na yun. 400 by 500. So due to this slab portion, okay, kasi di ba yung kalahati nito matatransfer dito, yung kalahati papunta doon. So ito walang problema, walang torsion yan kasi parehas yan may magkabilang slab. Pero ito mga beam na to na nasa dulo, dahil kalahati lang ang napupunta sa kanilang load, magkukos yan ng torsion. So ang goal natin dito, to calculate that torsional moment. And actually that moment is due to the moment given by the slab. Okay, kung ano yung moment na binibigay, yung moment sa support ng mga slab na to, ang support ng slab, di ba, beam? Kukunin natin yung moment sa support ng slab. Para nagde-design tayo ng slab. Kung anong moment na yun, yun yung torsional moment. Uniform torsion as per code. Okay? So, how do we solve the moment at the end of the slab? We have approximate analysis din dyan, class, no? So, ikakat natin tong portion na to. Look at this area. Isosolve natin yung moment sa dulo na to. Ito yung class. Ito yung J, G, B, and A. Kukumpit natin yung moment dito using approximate analysis. Sabi sa problem, pwede naman daw. But you can calculate also these values by exact analysis. You may use structural analysis. Consider, pag nagkakat tayo dyan, di ba, we consider 1 meter strip. Ito yung approximate analysis natin, class. Okay, for calculating the moment at the end points. No? Para nide-design ng slab to, guys. Ito lang naman yung target natin dito, yung moment dito. Wala tayong paalam dyan sa ibang point na yan. So, ano ba yung coefficient dito? Ano ba yung maging coefficient? Di ba negative moment to? Okay, so let's look at the negative moment. Exterior support yan, guys. Hanapin natin. Ito, interior support yan. Huwag na yan. Dito tayo sa exterior face of the first interior support. Exterior face of the first interior support. First interior support din. Ito pala. Exterior support. Okay. Exterior support tayo, class. Okay, dalawa lang pagpipilian mo dyan. It's either 1/24, 1/16. Kailan siya magiging 1/24? Kapag ang pinag-usapan natin dito, class, is slab, ha? Slab. Ano yung moment doon sa end ng slab? Kasi yung moment sa end ng slab, matatransfer papuntang beam. Okay? End ng slab. Ano ba ang moment ng slab pinag-uusapan natin? Ano ba yung support ng slab na to? Beam ba o column? Diba? Ang support lagi ng slab ay beam. So therefore, 1/24 ang coefficient natin dyan, class. Multiply lang natin yan sa WU ln squared. ln ng slab. Kunin mo yan. Okay? Yung ln dyan, guys. Then, yung WU. Okay? Yung uniformly distributed load per 1 meter strip, diba? Yun yung ginagawa natin last time. Per 1 meter strip. So, solve the factored moment of beam JK per 1 meter strip. Parang sinusolve natin yung moment at the end of the slab at point J. Okay, so we consider, diba, 1 meter strip? Okay, so, para magamit natin to formula na to. So, actually, nasolve na natin yung factored pressure dyan. I-multiply mo na lang ng 1 meter. Okay, yun na yung magiging W. May QU na tayo dyan. Ano nga yung QU natin? Ito yung QU. I-multiply mo na lang, class, ng 1 meter yon. Okay, para maging WU sa slab. Per 1 meter strip of the slab. Okay, so we're just going to multiply it by 1 meter. Okay, so your QU na, ilan yun? Nandun na naman yan sa na-solve natin kanina. Ito, 19.2 times 1 meter para maging kilonewton per meter na siya. Okay, yung WU natin. Okay, next is LN. LN ng slab Take a look with this, no? Ito yun. Ito yung L ng slab. Okay, so we need that length. How do we solve that? You have the 3 meters, center to center of the beam. Bawasan mo lang ng kalahati ng beam, magkabilang side. Dimension ng beam ay 300 din eh. Ayan o, 300. So magkabilang 150. So from 3 meters, kabilang 150, kabilang 150. Kaya ang tira dyan, 2.7. Yan, yung LN natin. No, for this slab. Talking about here for this slab, no? So yan na, WU, 19.2. Okay. ln squared over 24. Galing to doon sa QU times 1 kaya naging 19. Moment yan guys, kaya ang answer mo, kilonewton meter. Okay? Kilonewton meter. Per meter, length of the beam. So kung ano yung moment mo dyan, per meter of your slab, yun yung per meter of your beam. Moment. And that moment is actually the torsion, the twisting na mag-a-act doon sa ating JK. Ayan na yung factor torsion, naka-uniform ganyan on the entire length na 6.5. Ito yung 6.5, no? Okay, and the entire length, clear span na 6.5, may nag-a-act dyan na uniformly distributed moment. Hindi uniformly distributed load, uniformly distributed moment, or ito yung tatawagin nating uniform torsion. Maliit na okay, uniform torsion. So, kilonewton meter per meter. So, that will be the uniform torsion. Para siyang kilonewton per meter na W na uniformly distributed load. Pero dito, uniformly distributed torsion. Yun yung mag-twist sa ating beam, tapos magkakaroon ng reaction dito. Yun yung concentrated torsion. Yun yung TU. Okay? So what we're going to do is to draw the torsion diagram. Okay? So we're going to draw the torsion diagram. Para lang siyang shear diagram, guys. Okay? You just consider this as a uniform load. Diba? Okay? And regardless kung ano man yung support mo dyan, class, sa magkabila ang dulo, okay, since torsion naman, uniform torsion dyan, para i-consider mo lang siya, no? Na uniform load that you have to get the reaction at the support. So you need the WL over 2. Diba? WUL over 2 factor. Parang ganito lang yan, magiging TU L over 2. That is the concentrated torsion. Yun yung torsion reaction sa support. Meron kang uniform torque, kukunin mo yung reaction na torsion dyan. Okay? So to solve the torque at the support, yung distribution na yan, distribute lang natin magkabilang dulo. Okay? So TU times LL natin dito is the clear span of the beam. J to K. J to K. Bali. Tama, J to K. Ito nga yung tinidesign natin ng beam. Okay, so J to K. So 5.832 times L over 2. So this is 18.954. That is the uniformly distributed. That is the concentrated torsion at the support. So how do we solve the torsion at the critical distance? So to solve the torsion at the critical distance, just like what we've done doon sa ating factored shear, so you just subtract, you just consider this torsion diagram and then subtract the uniformly distributed torsion. Okay? Times the effective depth. Kasi doon natin kinukuha yung critical torsion. Okay? As well as the critical factored shear. Not the support, but at the distance D. So you have 18 minus natin yung uniform torsion times the distance D. Ito na yung factored torsion at a distance. Okay, so you solve the factored shear, you solve the factored torsion, and ito na yung mga values na. Sa factored shear, So, 109.213 sa factored torsion. Okay. Ito naman ang nakuha natin dun, guys. Yan. So, of course, this is design. You don't have to solve for the determine the spacing at the due to the torsion only, determine the spacing due to the shear only. So you have to combine na agad, no? So you're designing, no? So first, pag magko-combine tayo, of course, you need the VC, okay, or PVC. So diretso na natin ang PVC. Okay, so solve the shear strength of the concrete, 0.75 1 over 6 lambda squared na FC prime BWD. That's 87.31. Okay, check. Of course, dahil ang VU natin ay greater than PVC, you have to design the shear reinforcement. Okay? But before you design the shear reinforcement, check muna natin yung cross-section if it is adequate to resist this only factored shear. Okay, compare natin to sa 5 PVC. Yan. Ito yung 5 PVC natin, ito yung factored shear. Less than naman siya so far. So, the section is adequate. So we now solve the VS. Okay, so to solve the VS, VU minus PVC over reduction factor. Okay, so this one is the space VS. Okay, hindi mo na kailangan class i-solve yung S spacing due to this VS. Diretso ka na sa AV over S. Hindi naman tinanong yung spacing due to the stirrups only. Combine mo na agad class kasi you are designing, no? Okay, so combine mo na yan. So AV over S. Now the AV over S came from the formula na VS is equal to AVFY TD over S. You solve the AV over S. So VS FYTD. Your VS must be in kilonewton in newtons. FYT and then D. This is your answer. You combine this with the 80 over S. Pero baka kasi yung 80 over S ay 0. Okay, you have to solve first muna yung threshold torsion. So what is threshold torsion? Okay, so the threshold, before you solve the threshold, di ba ang formula ng threshold, 1 over 12, okay, lambda, square root ng FC prime, ACP over PC squared. ACP is the area of the beam, but you have to include now the slab, extended area of the beam. Kasi we have now the slab. Binigyan tayo ng thickness of the slab. And the beam is always monolithic to the slab. So there will be an extended area for the area of your concrete. Kukunin mo yung area na yun, class. First is you have to solve this overhang. Effective overhang. Parang T-beams na may effective overhang. Pero iba yung pag-solve dito ng effective overhang. How do we solve that? It's either this distance or the 4 times the thickness of the slab. Whichever, okay, whichever yung smaller value doon. Okay? So, solve natin. Ano ba ang height neto? Okay, that is 500 minus 100. Tapos ito, ano ba yung 4 times 100? 400. So far, parehas naman sila, no? Pero, if ever na hindi sila pantay ng value, just select the smaller. Okay, between the two. So, yun gagamitin natin X so that we can now solve this area. I-add natin to plus ito. Ito na yung total area natin, guys. Okay? So, how do we solve that area? Of course, area ng beam plus area nito, 400 times 100. Diba? Okay, next, perimeter. Ito lang naman nadagdag dyan no? Sa perimeter natin. So, supposedly, ito lang siya, perimeter. Dagdagan nito, tsaka ito. Of course, ito na siya. So, the total perimeter, outside perimeter lang Okay, kumpitin mo lang class, outside perimeter. Okay, ito sagot mo dyan. 2,400. Do not memorize the formula, no? Tingnan mo lang yung outside perimeter. Ilan ba to? 400 plus 300 plus 500 plus this one. Plus ito. Plus ito. Ayan. Kunin mo lang yung perimeter. Okay, so we can now solve the value of the threshold torsion. Para malaman natin, i-consider ba natin talaga ito? Baka maliit lang naman siya. Okay, compare mo siya sa threshold. Parang ito, no? Kino-compare natin yung VU sa PVC. So that we know that we have to design shear reinforcement. Okay, so for the threshold, Reduction factor is 0.75. 1 over 12. Lambda is 1. C prime. ACP over PC. Answer. Yan. Maliit lang yung kakayanan niya, no? Yung capacity of the concrete to resist torsion. Now the question, do we have to design torsional reinforcement? Malaki siya sa threshold. Obviously, yes. Okay, since TU is greater than the threshold, we have to design the torsion reinforcement. The shear and the additional longitudinal, yung AL, tsaka yung 80 over S. Okay. But before we design, baka kasi yung section ay hindi fit for torsional reinforcement. So we have to check, okay, yung mahabang formula, yung we compare the left and the right. So sa mahabang formula na yun, class, we need the AOH at saka PH. Okay, so just look at the cross-section of your beam and then take a look with the centroids of the reinforcement. Hindi mo na kailangan consider yan. Wala naman dyang stirrups eh. Dito ka na lang tumingin sa centroid nito. Centroid niyan, centroid nito, centroid nito. So ito lang din yan, class. Kahit may overhang pa yun, wala yung kinalaman, class, sa pagkuha ng AOH tsaka PH, ha? Wala namang stirrups doon sa slab. Okay, so nandito pa rin, rectangular pa rin yung stirrups natin. So kunin natin yung XO and YO. The given dimensions are 300. And I guess this is 500. 500 yan, ha? Hanggang top, buong beam natin. Hanggang top ng slab. So, concrete cover is 10, stirrups natin is 10 mm. So the XO is 210. And then the YO is 410. Okay, so AOH is the area, PH is the perimeter, from center to center of that stirrups. Now we compare the left-hand side of the equation to the right-hand side of the equation. Bago ka mag-design, make sure na adequate yung section natin. Substitute lang natin yung nakuha natin kanina. VU, may VU tayo dyan. May torsion. May PH. 240. POH. BB. No, this is BB. Okay. Naka-square to. So compare that. So VC. Compute nyo class yung VC. Nominal lang to. Ano? Nominal. Let's 6. Let's check mo. 6 na to. So, let's compute. VC. Nominal lang, walang reduction factor. 1 over 6 lambda squared na FC prime is PW. PW is 300. This for 0. Ayan, so far that's correct na 116.013 PWD. May 2.75 dito kasi yan yung formula. Comparing the left and the right side of the equation, dapat you satisfy this condition, no? Unless you have to increase the beam dimension. Tataasan mo yun, class. Pagka mas greater than to. Okay? So, or in other words, this is shear strength. Shear strength to, no? And then torsional strength. Stresses to, stresses. Combined stresses. Naka-megapascal kasi yung unit niyan pagka kinuha mo. Okay, this is the capacity. Okay, of the concrete. Tingnan nyo, capacity ng concrete to eh. VC over shear strength of concrete to. Okay, shear strength of concrete. Tapos ito yung total shear stress na na-experience niya. Combined stresses. Combined stress due to the shear and torsion. Okay. So pwede kong tanong to sa exam, ha? Determine the combined stress. Ito kasi combined. Ito yung capacity. Ito yung due to the actual load. Combined shear stress. Okay. Due to the shear and torsion. And it must be less than to the combined capacity. Capacity. Shear strength capacity. Shear stress pala. Kasi megapascal yung unit niyan, guys. Pagka tinignan mo yung mga units. Anyway, less than naman. So we can now proceed with the design. We need the 80 over S. Okay, so this formula came from the provision. We just rewrite it into 80 over S. Okay, so 80 yun natin. Divide the reduction factor. TN na yan. 2AO, 0.85 ng AOH. Yan, no? So AOH, ito, no? and then the FYT. So 80 over S, so gagawin natin, i-add natin siya sa AV over S. Combine na natin, nakuha na natin kanina yung AV over S. And then the 80 over S times 2 ha, kasi one leg lang yung consideration nito. So yung times 2 kasi ito, dalawang legs to eh. But you compare this with the minimum. So ito yung minimum natin, just substitute natin this formula and this formula. Okay, so just select yung maximum sa tatlo na yan. Okay. Pili lang pinakamalaki dyan. Yan yung governing combined AV over S plus AP over S. This combined na, no? So, now the governing area of the stirrups per spacing. So, now solve. Okay, so ito na yung magiging, since ito yung nag-govern natin class, yan na yung magiging area ng hoops natin. Area ng stirrups per spacing. So we solve now the spacing. Okay, S, area ng hoops. Rewrite lang natin to, AH or 1.327. AH natin dalawang legs, 2 times 10 squared. Diameter ng legs natin is 10 mm. Diameter ng stirrups. So we can now solve this space. Okay, so for the maximum spacing, we have D over 2. Pero hindi laging D over 2 class ha. Kasi compare muna. Bakit D over 2 ang pinili nating maximum spacing dyan? Yung galing yan doon sa, you compare the VU, di ba? So, nasa na yung VU? Sa 3 PVC. Ito yung VU natin. Ito, 109. So, 109 yung VU natin. Ang 3 PVC, 87 times 3. 3 PVC, 261. So, yung VU is less than 3 PVC. Diba ang maximum spacing ng D over 2. Pero ang VU na greater than 3 PVC, ang maximum spacing nun is D over 4. So, we only use D over 2 kasi VU is less than 3 PVC. Kaya D over 2 ang ginamit natin dito ha. And then the other maximum spacing, okay, based on the torsion, PH over 8. PH natin, 1240. 155 yan. And then the 300. Just select lang dito class. Sa apat na yan, yung pinaka-maliit. Yung safest, yung pinaka-maliit dyan. So obviously, this one governs. Or simply say 115, no, by 5 millimeters. Okay. Depends no, doon sa ating rounding. But for us, no, for this subject, we'll be using 5 millimeter, no, na rounding. Round down for safest value. So the final answer is 115. So, yan, no, due to, that is the spacing, okay, governing spacing due to the combined shear and torsion. So, finally, the additional longitudinal reinforcement, okay, yung AL naman. So, for the AL, okay, we have the TU over the reduction factor to AO. AO natin class ay 0.85 ng AOH. Balik to. It should be 0.85 neto. AL 415 and then the PH. PH natin 124. Okay, so let me check kung tama yung EL natin. So we have 16.388 times 1240 over 0.75 times U times 0.25 times 86600. Okay, sorry. May times 10 raised to 6 pala to. Times 10 raised to 6. 446. Yeah, tama naman. Hindi ko lang nalagyan ng 0.85. Kasi AO yan eh, hindi AOH. So, AL, but this is not yet the final AL. You have to check the minimum AL muna. As per code, ito yung minimum AL natin. I-substitute lang. Okay, 80 over S, na-complete mo na kanina yan. PH, 240. Yan. FYT over FY. So, answer, isa pang EL min, dalawa kasi yan. Okay. Sabi ni Code, sa dalawang EL min na to, select the smaller. After selecting the smaller, compare mo naman kung sino yung larger dito class. And that will be the governing. Dito, sa dalawa na to, mas mababa siya. Sa dalawa na to, mas mataas to. So, ito yung pinaka governing EL natin. Okay, additional longitudinal reinforcement due to the torsion. Okay, so that's how we design the beam. At the critical distance lang yun, hindi natin dinesign yung buong length of the beam. So, critical distance. Okay, design the beam JK at distance D for shear and torsion. So the spacing at that point should be 115. Okay. Spacing should be 115 and the additional longitudinal reinforcement should be this one. Okay, that's it, no, for the torsion reinforcement.